Cristian, what's the feeling around training right now? You guys are unbeaten in your last 3, but at the same time, it's also a long way between you and the red line. What's the mood?
Yeah, well, I think it's been much more positive in the locker room. You know, coming off 3, not necessarily our best games, but result-driven games that have been pretty good. We're excited that we're back home for the majority of this month, and it's time. It's that crunch time to really continue in this fashion, in this manner. We understand that the MLS is a difficult league, especially when you go away from home. So we are very content with, not very content, but content with 5 points from 3 road trips.
Being able to have a lot of those teammates that served in the World Cup back, what does that do for you personally in order to be able to rely on people that you can trust a little more and have the experience to make your game better?
Well, number one is expectation. These guys come back, from national team duty, from the biggest sporting event in the world. So the quality of their training sessions have been really high. So they bring that back and they showcase, that international level. And number two is along those same lines. They come here and they raise the level of training. They speed up the passing, the thinking, the knowing where you're at, and that helps the team. And then obviously they're going to bring experience for our game, and it also creates competition within the team. It's going to be a difficult choice for Schmetzer and the lineup. All our guys are pretty much healthy, and we are looking forward to a big game, Cascadia game.
Why do you think you guys have struggled so much at home this year? Is it just timing, bad run of form when you happen to play at home, or was there any common denominator you can find?
No, I think we struggled breaking down teams this year. We haven't really found that moment of brilliance this whole year. Our games have been pretty stagnant when teams sit back, but it is something that we can improve on. It is something that we're capable of doing. We have pretty much the same players from last year, and we've added a few more players, and we look forward to our next game to break down a team that's going to sit back against us at home.
The last 2 seasons, you guys have had to go on some impressive runs to make the playoffs, and you have, getting to MLS Cup both times. Is this a team that thrives under that sort of long-term pressure, and what is it about that pressure that makes this team so good?
In a perfect world, we wouldn't want to be in this situation. We would want to be, Supporter Shield winners at this point. But it is something that we pride ourselves on. We never quit. The pressure is high here within our culture, within our fans. But the players understand that, and we have a job to do, and that's fulfill the needs. Our needs, the city needs, and our fans, our supporters that mean so much to us. So all in all, I think it's a tough situation to be in, but we're more than capable of doing it, and I think we can do it again.
What kind of support do you draw from the traveling fans that travel to stadiums like Mercedes-Benz Field, and to be able to see that kind of support when we're not doing as well as we should?
Well, it brings the morale so much higher than it has been. Atlanta is so far away from Seattle. It's a very, very different city, and to have as many fans that were there supporting us is pretty incredible. You look up at the stands, and it's a whole section reserved just for us. So it brings up the morale after the game. You give them a big round of applause as they are doing the same to us. We appreciate all their support, and hopefully we can change this thing around. But the last couple games we've seen fans at every single game, and this whole entire year, and hopefully we can continue to move in the right direction for them.
Have you gotten a chance to train much with Ruidíaz yet, and what have you made of how he's fit in with the team so far?
Yeah, very skilled player, smart player. His movement is very good. He finds those pockets of space, and is not afraid to just turn and shoot. And it's something that we absolutely need right now. That's more goals. Most of our games have have appeared to be 1-1s, 1-0s, but if we can add that second, third goal, we can really ice the game and really take control of it. So Raul is here for that, and he'll bring that bit of brilliance that we've been needing so far.
Does it feel similar to 16 a little bit when Nico got here, and you have a guy coming in who's kind of supposed to spearhead that second half run?
In a way, yes. Obviously they're different players. They're different. They play different positions, but that bit of energy, that bit of spark that Raul brings can catapult this team. Nico did that in 16. He did it in his own ways, and that was running all over the field. Filling in any spot that was available, turning and playing that assist for the goal. Raul is a little different. He'll be more of a poacher. He'll score that goal. He'll make that run that will open up space for Will Bruin or Clint Dempsey or other players in the mix. But that bit of brilliance, that bit of spark, the soccer IQ that Raul brings is very good, and we look forward to playing alongside him.
That was going to be the question, but how effective will it be to have somebody that can draw defenders in there and open up that space, not only for Clint and even for yourself and maybe your backs that are coming up on the wings?
Yeah, I think teams are going to be well aware of Raul and his tendencies, but if you can play alongside him, you're going to be a much more dangerous team. I don't want to compare the two, but when Nico was here, Nico would love to drift into the middle from the right side, and Eric Freeberg would then fill in that right side defensively. So it's very similar in that sense, but offensively. Raul will probably drop in, and we can make a late run that center backs may not be able to pick up.
Speaking of the fans and away support, I don't know if you've been keeping track of some of the back and forth between the Seattle and Atlanta fans and the Atlanta fans' complaints about your tactics in bunkering. Does the team see that stuff online? Do you talk about it? And what's your response to some of those complaints?
No, it's good banter. At the end of the day, it was 1-1. They haven't beat us. They don't have any trophies at the moment, so we have every right to speak back. But at the end of the day, I didn't feel like we were bunkering in until we got a red card. We defended well. We counterattacked, but I didn't think that we parked the bus by any means until we got a red card, and we still picked our moments to go forward. But it's good banter. I think it's incredible for the league, two of the best fan bases in the United States going at it. It's amusing, and I hope there's many more of that.